So let's go forward. I had the opportunity to speak at a couple of fraternity and sorority life conferences. It was a great experience because I got an opportunity to speak to a diverse pool of college students. And there was something that I found out about them. They reinforced something that I had been thinking for a long time, and that is they want leadership. Contrary to what we often tend to say about younger generations. We have this tendency to say that they don't want to learn anything and they don't want to do anything. But these students, they do want leadership. But there's a trick, especially for you and me if we're Gen Xers. You see, they don't want perfection. They want to know about the times that we have struggled. They want to know about things that have scared us in life. They want to know about times that something or someone has taken us down and we made it through. You see, we often envision leaders, especially those of us who are older, as those with titles, people with power, and people who have grand platforms. But the truth is that leadership is woven into the fabric of everyday life. This next generation of leaders, they want to feel that life. They want to be a part of the fabric. You see, the next generation of leaders is being shaped now. They're in our communities, they're in our schools, they're in our homes. And so we have to take that role pretty seriously. Those of us who are in the third and fourth quarters of life, if you know what I'm saying. There was a social media post floating around, and it was one that I really love. That social media post said, "No one has it all together." Developing the next generation of leaders isn't about having all of the answers or being a picture of perfection. It's about showing up. It's about sharing our experiences and sharing what we have learned, whether we have learned it through a good story or a bad story. It's also about making sure that we understand that our role is to invest in the future, to build strong communities, and then ultimately to make sure that we leave a legacy of better people. In the time that I've spent around young people for about the past decade, I've gathered two big things about them when it comes to teaching them about being leaders, about making a difference. And one thing is to prioritize connection over correction. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm not saying don't hold folks accountable. Oh, believe me, when it's time to hold somebody accountable, yes, we do hold our young people accountable. That's what's supposed to happen. But also being an active listener, being with them in the moment and building trust with them, find common ground with them, discovered what our shared interests are so that we can build these bridges of trust. The other thing that I've learned is to prioritize teaching over preaching. Okay, well, now some of you might not feel so bad about that one because you see, it's not always about our wisdom. It is about our wisdom, but it's not necessarily about our wisdom so much as it's about being curious about what they understand about the world, young people. At the same time, though, let the wisdom just flow like water. Don't force it. My personal mission is to promote ethical leadership in everything that I do because I care deeply about our next generation of leaders. And part of that is helping every young person that I run into see how they can build a better world. I hope you'll join me in that.